Good morning. Today, I've got a long to-do list, and I'm taking you with me to get it done. Along the way, we'll learn some English. Come on, girl. This is rhubarb. I'm picking it now so the rabbits don't get to it first. This evening, I'm going to make a crumble. So, let's take it to the kitchen. Come on. So the rhubarb is washed and prepared. Now, let's learn some English to do with it. This is the stalk. This is the leaf. Plural, leaves. Now, I'm hungry. British strawberries, sweet and juicy. All right, so I'm making my breakfast and we're going to learn some English. A verb you might not know is to hull. I'm hulling the strawberry. This is the hull. Next, a raspberry. And finally, a blueberry. Greek yogurt. I'm taking off the lid. This is my bowl and I'm going to put my ingredients in the bowl. So let's slice the strawberries. Now I'm taking a dollop of Greek yogurt. All right, breakfast almost done. I just need one more thing. I fancy some honey. I fancy means I want. Very common in British to say, I fancy something. I fancy honey on my breakfast. So, I'm eating my breakfast and I want to give you some words to describe food. You can describe yogurt as creamy. You can describe strawberries as juicy or sweet. You can describe raspberries as plump, which basically means fat and juicy. Blueberries might be sour or tangy. We've got a busy day. So, I'm going to check the to-do list. We've done the first task. So let's take our pen and tick it off. Right, next task is to get the ingredients. So, time to go to the shop. So I'm walking out of the drive. The car is behind me, parked in the drive. This is the gate, and I'm opening the gate. I'm closing the gate behind me. To my left, over the stone wall, is the front garden of the house. This is known as a lawn, and there is the beautiful English country house. All right, let's walk to the shop. You can't see them, but there are rabbits down there. And if you don't know what a rabbit is, then I'll pop one up on the screen right now. I'm walking down a decline. This is known as a little hill. I see an animal. Look at these. Alpacas. Okay, there's one dark brown alpaca, and then in the background there is a light brown alpaca. I see some more animals over here, and I think these animals are very curious, so hopefully we can get a closer look. Look what we have here. I'm holding some long grass and I'm feeding the horse. She's eating the grass. I just fed her. Look, she's following me. There you go. Wow, you are massive. Okay, now the other horse has just got jealous and is coming over. Anyway, it started to rain, so let's continue to the shop. This is a bin, and this is the Royal Mail van. I need to cross the road. This is a little stream. You can hear the water trickling under this little bridge. So this is probably the most British village that you can get. It's very quiet, and you can describe a British village as quaint. Look at these houses made from stone, and the pretty door with the white roses outside. So right now I'm walking through Ampleforth village. This is a village in North Yorkshire. Yorkshire is the biggest county in England, and it's where I grew up. I was born in a city called York. Look at this. Here is a chalkboard with the word eggs written on. Somebody is selling eggs. Produce for sale. Oh, there's a bee. Okay, the bee is taking the nectar, which it then turns into honey. Up here, we have a hanging basket with flowers inside. This is a pub, and here is some outdoor seating. That through there is the car park. Check for cars and cross the road. Right now I'm crossing the road. Look what I've just seen. A red telephone box, just like we saw in London. I wonder if I can go inside. Huh. Cool, I can. Let's take you guys inside. Check this out. Opening the door. Oh, it's creaking. Okay, look at this. Here we have the old-fashioned black telephone. Bring, bring. And here is the keypad. Here is where you put your money in, your coins. Coins. So I've never been in a red telephone box before in my entire life in England, and here we are. Cool. Let's keep going. Alrighty guys, we are approaching the shop. There is a red post box, a bin, some seating, and here, Ampleforth Village Stores. In English we call this confectionery, sweets and chocolate. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. Alright, just got the few bits I needed from the shop. Now I'm ready to make the rhubarb crumble tonight. I'm excited. I'm going to walk back to the house now and crack on with the rest of my list. But first, home sweet home. Back from the shop, I have my milk, a bag of sugar, and a block of butter. Now, I'm going to put these ingredients in the fridge. So, the milk goes in the fridge door, and the butter goes in the top of the fridge door. Alright, the sugar doesn't go in the fridge, it goes in here. This has a special name that I'm going to reveal to you later. Not just yet. Right, ingredients got. Now it's time to water the tomato plants. I'm standing in a greenhouse. This is a watering can, but it's empty. So I need to fill it up. So now I'm filling up the watering can. It's full. I am watering the tomato plants. All done. So, we are in a greenhouse. And as we're here, I'm going to show you guys around, teach you the name of some things to build your vocabulary. These are bamboo canes. This is a rake. You rake leaves. Behind is a pink bucket. So these are not ready yet, but they are sweet red peppers. You can see here. Here we have 2 pine cones. These are for later. So this structure is called a pergola, and it has vertical posts and wooden beams across the top. Its function is for supporting climbing plants like these roses, and it also provides shade. Moving up the path, this one is a pear tree. Teeny tiny pears. This is a blue bench. This is gravel. This is decking. On the decking, there's a table and there are chairs. So from here we have a raised view of the garden. There are windows on the roof. Walking off the decking and down the steps. To my right, these flowers are called lupins, like Professor Lupin on Harry Potter. These pink ones behind are called peonies. Sounds like pianist. Ding, ding, ding. A black Labrador. Hello, Miga. So that's the shed. We were just at the top of the garden. Here is a sculpture of a heron. A heron is a bird that fishes in small ponds like this one. In this pond, we have lily pads. And here are the lilies. Now, let's go back through the pergola to the greenhouse. Here is a gutter. The gutter collects the rainwater, which then flows down into these 2 water butts. These are called butts, not like your butt. But they help collect the rainwater, which then waters the plants. This is much more eco-friendly, better for the environment. Right, I think that's about it for the greenhouse.
Yeah, mate, you forgot us. We are the Garden Gnomes. We're the security for this greenhouse. We make sure that no pesky rabbits come and eat our tomato plants. Alright, back to you, Jay.
Alright, cheers boys. Now, let's pick some lettuce. So this lettuce is in a pot, a plant pot, and I'm picking it for my lunch. Let's eat! Oh, I am ready for this. I've got my bag of crisps. In the UK, we don't say chips, we say crisps. Now, I'm opening the bag of crisps. Hula hoops. If you know, you know. Damn. I can feel the rain. That's not good. I've still got a lot to do. So hopefully, before it rains, I'm going to go plant a pine cone. This is my pine cone. This is my pot. I'm going to plant this little boy in here. But first, I need soil. Got my soil, but it's heavy. So, I think I need a wheelbarrow. Damn, it's just started to rain, so things don't always go as planned. But what can we do with this? We can learn some English. Light rain is called drizzle. You can say it's drizzling, or you can say it's spitting. It's drizzling, it's spitting. Hopefully it doesn't pour it down. It is drizzling, but fear not, because I have a brolly. Well, this is classic British summertime. Right, time to plant these pine cones and then get inside. So, let's have a look. The pot with the pine cones inside. Let's pop that down on the grass. Our watering can, which we don't need anymore because it's raining. This is a trowel, and finally a big bag of compost. Perfect pine cone. Now I take my trowel, my digging tool, and get some compost. I'm putting it in the pot, and voila, she's done. Let's put you right at the top of the garden. Oh no, my brolly! I think I just broke my brolly. Right, now I'm gonna get inside, out of the rain, and go do some washing. Hopefully the rain stops by the time I finish washing. So here, I've got a basket of laundry. Let's put it in the washing machine. This is dirty laundry. Putting it in the washing machine. Closing the door. Opening the drawer. Pouring in the fabric conditioner. Close the door. This is the dial. Let's press the start button. Now, while I wait for my washing to finish, let's vacuum. So this is a hoover. In the UK we say hoover. This is a plug. I'm going to plug it in to the socket. I've just finished hoovering. Now let's take a quick tour and learn some vocabulary. Okay, so this whole room you could call the lounge or the living room. Over here we have photo frames on a yellow wall. There are photos inside the frame. Here's a photo of me and my dad in Vietnam. This is a piano. On top of the piano we have a coaster. Mug of tea, mug of coffee goes on the coaster. This is the arm of the sofa. There are more cushions on this sofa. Another blanket. A log for the dogs. There's a log in the dog bed. Speaking of logs, this is a fireplace. This is a wood stove or a log burning stove. These little logs are called kindling, small logs that you use to start a fire. This is coal or charcoal. This is the mantelpiece. These are candles, and you would light the candle with a lighter. This is a lighter. I'm sparking the lighter. This is the flame. Now I'm lighting the candle. We can also light the candles with matches. This is a matchbox. This is a matchstick. I'm sparking the match. The match is lit. Now I'm lighting the wick of the candle. And I am blowing out. Alright, the washing is hanging out to dry. Now, let's feed the birds. So this is the bird feeder. And I have a plastic scoop and I'm scooping the bird seed, putting it inside the bird feeder. So today I've fed the horses, I'm feeding the birds, and after this I've got to go feed the dogs. So this big bag is the dog food. These are biscuits, dog biscuits, and we call them kibble. Now I'm going to put it in the dog bowl and feed the dogs. The black lab is eating the kibble. And this is Albert. Albert wants some food too. You want some? There you go, fella. The dogs are begging. They're looking at me with puppy dog eyes. Right, now let's give him some cheese. Want some cheese, Albert? Some cheese. Albert? Alright, he's eating the cheese. It's a well-known fact that dogs' favourite food is cheese. Sit. Good girl. Okay, Miga's tail is wagging. She's very happy. She's watching the cheese from side to side. There you go, girl. So, I fed the dogs. Now it's time to bake some rhubarb crumble. So step one, I have my rhubarb, and these are weighing scales. Scales. I'm going to place the rhubarb on the scales. I'm chopping the rhubarb into chunks. Now it's time to put it in the pan. This is my wooden spoon, and I'm mixing the rhubarb and the sugar until the rhubarb softens. The rhubarb is in a saucepan. This is a saucepan. So the rhubarb now is simmering. Simmering is a gentle boil. While the rhubarb simmers, I have a mason jar full of flour. Now I'm going to mix this with butter to make the crumble topping. So now I'm adding the cubes of butter to the glass mixing bowl. I'm adding the rhubarb, raspberry and blueberry mixture. Next, I'm adding the crumble topping. Delicious! Now, let's put it in the oven to bake. While the crumble is cooking in the oven, I need to do some cleaning up. First, I'm going to do the washing up. I'm going to wash up the dishes. This is a sponge. This is a scourer. Here is the wooden spoon from earlier. I'm washing up the wooden spoon. Again, to reinforce the vocabulary from today, this is the saucepan. Okay, almost there. Turn off the tap. The place where I put the dishes is called the drying rack. Now I need to take these rhubarb leaves and compost them in the garden. I've just composted the rhubarb leaves. Now I need to go inside to put the rest of the things away. The final word of today. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Pantry. Now, let's eat. pretty nice.